Hey, you guys, it is Crystal Nicole, and I got something that I want to talk about. And it was a comment that I posted on something I saw on Instagram, and someone responded and asked me a question. And his question to me was, should dating be hard? Is it hard being yourself? Because all you're doing is showing up as you, and that person should show up as them. And everything that you're doing while you're dating should be authentically, organically how you move and how you get down and what you like. And you're exposing your hand to this person. I don't see why it should be a hard thing to do when that's all you should know how to do, unless you being you is a problem because you don't want them to know the real you, and you want to put on a front, and you want to play games, and you want to play a card that you ain't really got in your hand. Being fake should be hard. Fronting should be hard. Acting like you this person that you're not should be hard. Trying to impress somebody with something who you're not should be difficult because that ain't even you. You're trying to be a person that you're not. You're trying to please somebody in ways that they want to be pleased, and that ain't even how you move. The worst thing you can do is show up as somebody else, and then they go forward because they like that fake version of you, because you put on a filter and you faked it, and they fell for the fake you. And then as time goes on, the real you shows up. And it's going to be a problem. That's going to be hard because they never liked you. They liked the filter. They liked the fake you. You didn't show up as yourself. Yeah, it's going to be hard because that ain't even who you are. You can't keep up with a lie. You have to be consistently you. And being consistently you should show up effortless. It should be easy. There's nothing hard about being me. Unless I just got problems and being me ain't good. And if being me ain't who I even want to be, I shouldn't be showing up for nobody else because I ain't ready. But showing up, doing what you do, moving how you move, thinking how you think, responding how you respond, not based on I'm going to say this because I think they will want me to say this. I'm going to respond this way because I think they will want me to respond this way. I'm going to be as weird as I am in person as I am around my family, if I'm comfortable enough at the same time. Thing is, people are looking at different standards of what everybody else is doing and what's being posted and what's on social media. If you're not the type of person that want to romance people, don't romance them. Take them where you would want to take them and let that person decide if they're okay with that. Somebody's going to like you for who you are. There is somebody for everybody. So to try to get somebody to like you by impersonating a fake version of you, and then you say this is hard, it's only hard because you fake. It's only hard because it ain't real, because you ain't being yourself. You have to create something out of nothing. A whole different character. It's nothing backing it. It's no substance to it. And if who you are isn't good enough for that individual, then it's okay. It's good that you found that out right away. But don't feed them a fake personality or a fake person, or be what you think they want you to be just so you can win over them, because what you're winning over is someone who likes a fake version of you, and it won't be sustainable. You're going to take yourself down some journeys that you don't have to go down. You're going to lose some money. You're going to waste a lot of time dating the wrong person by being a fake you and putting on this filter, and winning somebody over by doing stuff that you don't even really want to do. You just doing it just for the win because you want to win the game, and you using dating as a game, and it ain't a game for certain people. So yeah, it's hard if you're coming fake. It's hard if you ain't organic, if you're not authentic, because they're not choosing you based on who you are. They're choosing you based on the lies that you showed them, and they fell in love with a lie and something fake. if they choose you in your lying state. And you will have to continue and sustain that lie in order to be sustained in that relationship. And at some point, you're going to lose you along the way. And the real you's going to show up, and they not going to know what the heck they done got themselves into, because you faked you. And yeah, that's complicated. You got to consider every day another lie to tell this person to keep looking like somebody that you're really not. You're taking them places you really don't want to go. You just want to please them. You're showing up as somebody you really not. You just want to win them over. It's not going to be smooth. It's not going to be peaceful. You're not going to have rest in that relationship, because it ain't even you. They dating a lie. They dating somebody you're really not. And that's a problem. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna speak for myself, because I realize that I might not think like a whole lot of other women. So I can't say most women, but if a woman like you, if I like you, it's not gonna matter where we go, because it's your character that I like. It's your personality. It's your look. It's who you are. Therefore, dating shouldn't matter. You can tell me we're finna go hunting for pennies, and I'm gonna be like, oh, that's fun, let's go. And we walking down the street looking for pennies on the ground and finding ways to find that enjoyable, because honestly, it's enjoyable if it's with the right person, because it's all about the vibe. People making it about a place or a thing or a specific meal or a drink or a location. You're not dating for those things. You're dating to spend time with each other, to get to know each other, to see if this work, if we click, if we are aligned, if we share same values, if your little kinks are something I can deal with, and if his little kinks is something, you know, we're doing it to learn each other, to understand each other, to spend time, to ask questions, to have those organic moments where, now that you're in my face, let me talk to you about this and see how you respond. Now I can see you, hear you, feel you, and everything, and then be discerning if that works for me or not. So I think people have taken out the getting to know you portion of it, and getting to spend time with you portion of it, and they've reduced it to enjoying a specific place or thing. But more than that, I feel like people oftentimes does show up and on a dating scene with a filter, meaning you're not really being you, because you know you're messed up in some ways, and you know that there's some things about you that you need to work on, but you still want to date, and you still want to bring people in on it, because there's this void, there's this gap, there's some things that are unfulfilled, and you're trying to get that fulfillment through a person. But in reality, you haven't really went through your healing process. And all you're going to do in that situation is show up with the filter, but you're going to be a problem to whoever you're going to be with, because you still a problem to you. And you're trying to choose somebody to be with and to date from a unwholesome place, from a broken place, from a place that's still damaged. You haven't fixed you yet. So you're making decisions and selecting people while looking through a broken lens, because you really can't see clearly. And a lot of times people choose somebody else broken while they're broken, because that's their bonding thing. We both messed up. Let's do this together. Things go wrong. Promise you I've done it. I promise you the selections I chose when I wasn't fully healed, when I jumped out of something and tried to jump into something else, I hurt myself even more. It didn't help. It was a whole lot of, I'm trying to pull and pull and pull, and creating you something that I need, but you really not that. And people will select you knowing you ain't that when they're broken, and be trying to fix you and they can't fix themselves. You need to fix yourself first. Because you're going to choose wrong if you don't fix yourself first. You need to sit there and take the time out and spend a lot of time with God and self-correct and recourse. And do some things different. Do a lot of things different, because you can't choose correctly looking through broken lenses. There's no clarity there. And I would say pray about it. I add biblical to it. Let's do this. Moses had a stutter. He had a speech impediment. Even though God used him, Moses had a speech impediment. But you know that man still had a wife. Somebody liked his stuttering, but they had to listen to this man every single day. They had to hear every word 32 times before he completed the full sentence. And you imagine somebody repeating every single word 32 times for the first time? Somebody loved that. This man had anger issues. He would get mad and kill somebody and tear some stuff up. He had a wife. Somebody loved that about that man. So there's still somebody for you. There is still somebody for you. But you have to be discerning. You have to be yourself. And it just needs to be organic. Someone's going to like the authentic, organic you. I've learned that I ain't for everybody. I understand that I'm layered. I understand that I'm silly. I understand that I'm super... I don't like using the word spiritual, because people take that like, I don't like it because everybody say spiritual. They be doing all kind of witchcraft. I love Jesus. I'm church minded. I grew up in the church, so I have very solid biblical foundation for how I see things, and I'm gonna take everything back to Bible. I'm gonna take everything back to Word. I'm gonna take everything back to God. And you know what gives me rest in that? You know what gives me peace? It's a scripture that's been on my mind for about a week. Maybe I should speak about it. It was about Elisha. Elisha, he went up to the mountain to speak to God, and he was waiting on God to come because God was passing by. And there was an earthquake. And he thought God was in an earthquake, but he wasn't. And there was like a storm, and he thought God was in the storm, but he wasn't. Then there was a fire, and he thought God was in this fire, but he wasn't. He was standing there waiting on this grand gesture, waiting on answers, waiting on God to come to him and tell him what his next move was. What are he going to do? He knew God was coming. He was in expectancy. God wasn't in the earthquake. God wasn't in the storm. He wasn't in the strong wind. God wasn't in the fire. God showed up in a still, quiet, peaceful voice. God showed up. And the Bible describes God's spirit as a dove. He doesn't always come with grand gestures. So meeting people, learning who's for you, learning what's good, learning what God will have you to do with, or who God will have you to be with. Typically, it ain't going to be this big, grand, loud interest. It's going to be peace. God is a God of peace. God is going to give you rest and peace about the thing. It's just going to be like, this feels right. This feels good. I have a peace, this settlement in my spirit about this person. Dating helps you discern that. Dating helps you experience that quiet, still peace in that person. Is God in this person? Is God in this situation? It's God aligning this. And that's if you care if God is in it. Because God shows up in peace. He shows up in stillness. He shows up in quietness. And a lot of times that is how God is speaking to people. People expecting something loud. They want something to hit them over the head. They expecting this loud, dramatic, because it's God. But God is love. God's love language is love. And love is patient. Love is kind. It is not boastful. It's not this loud gesture. It is still. It's quiet. It's calming. How would you know if a person was those things to you without proximity, without those dates? And it reveals the heart of people and reveals their spirit and their likeness. So if somebody approach you and say, you got to take me here and you got to do this with me, is that peaceful? Is that quiet? Is it calming? I probably wouldn't even go on a date with them. What? How are you expecting this of me? I'm going to show up and take you where I want to take you. And show you what I want to show you. And introduce you what I want to introduce you to. And let me know if you like that. And if you don't, then you don't like me. Because this is how I move. And it's okay to take what she likes and desires into consideration. But if what she likes and desires is far out from who you are, don't do it. Because you ain't being you. You're faking it. It's not real. Then it becomes hard. It makes that thing a hard thing. Because I want somebody who want to do what I want them to do, because they want to do it too. I want someone that has the same adventurous mindset as me when it comes to dating. I'm not going to tell you how to date me. She shouldn't have to tell you how to date her. You should just do it because you're being you. And if how you date me ain't what I like, then I'm like, okay, it just don't work. I'm not finna try to change you. I'm not trying to change you to someone you're not just to appease me. That means you're not the person that's supposed to be appeasing me. So no, I don't think it's hard. I think it's hard when you're trying to appease people. I think it's hard when you're faking. I think it's hard when you're putting on a front, when you don't love you enough to be you, when you're trying to hide who you really are, when you're not healed and you're looking for somebody healed, or when you are healed and you're looking for someone who's not healed, when you're not discerning, when you're not vetting, when you're not asking the right questions. Because it's just going to reveal to you the character of that person. And if that aligns with you, and if it's peaceful, and if it's pleasant, if it's more than physical attraction, if it's more than we have fun today. Because you can date somebody and enjoy yourself, but there's still like this peace is not there. I can't describe this type of peace that I'm speaking of and this rest, but it is something that God gives as his stamp of approval. It's something he does, and there's this settlement that comes with it. So if you meet someone and she's saying that you have to take me to this place or that place, or do this with me, or take this and it has to cost at least this much, or that, what is she looking for? Is that you? Are the places that she just told you she want to go to what you will be willing to do regularly? The amount of money that she's requiring for you to spend, is that something you're going to do regularly? Are her demands making you feel calm and peaceful? Is everything she just required of you something you like, dang, I can do that. I don't mind that. Is there rest in it? Is it peace in it? You can discern whether this gonna work or not before you even hit the date, just by testing it. Test the spirit. Just by aligning it up with, is this something that's settled within you and within your mind? Are you comfortable with it? Is that something you want to do? Are those interests that you share? Honestly, don't think she should be telling you where you should be taking her. She should be vetting you to see what kind of decisions you make and how you choose. And don't sit here and take her somewhere that you think is just impressive and is not something you will continue to do in that relationship, because she's going to keep expecting that same level from you. She's going to expect that same degree of dates from you. So I think it's hard when you try to impress out of your price range, when you try to impress out of your character, when you try to be a fun, adventurous person. You ain't really fun and adventurous. You just wanted to snag her. You just wanted to be impressive. I think it's hard when you are doing it with the intentions on winning over somebody's approval, but not really exposing who you really are. You're not showing her that I don't really like going here. I'm just going because you want me to. Don't go. You two should be doing it together, because that date ain't just for her. It's for you too. You should be enjoying yourself. What's the point of going on a date and paying for everything? The only person happy is her. You just had to go sit here and listen to her talk and pay for all this stuff, and only person was pleased was her. She should be making it just as enjoyable, just as comfortable, just as entertaining. Because if she's interested in you, she gonna be down for all of it. If it's more than just money or a free meal or something to do, it should be a settlement. There should be some kind of us in it. The date should be about us, not just her. It should be about y'all, not just impressing somebody. It's hard to describe, because I would hate that somebody would do all of that for me just to impress me, and it's nothing. They're not even interested in that stuff. Don't do it. I don't want to be the only person on this date interested in what's going on in this date. That ain't fun to me, because what about you? You matter too. What you desire counts. How you feel on that date count. I don't want to be dated like that. And if she sat there and just go crazy on your pockets and expect you to pay for it, and that's not something you will want in somebody you want to be with long term, that day just showed you something. It's going to save you a lot of money to cut this off right now. If that ain't how you want to move her, if you don't mind splurging and letting her just run your pockets, let her do it. But if she walk on that date and run your pockets up front, and you see her run your pockets, you don't really like it, but you let it ride. Because you like her, because she's cute, because you're attractive, because you want to smash. You let it ride. And you let it ride. And years later, you never liked it. It's going to come out. It's going to come out in a bad, bitter way, because you're not being yourself. You've lost a part of you to please her, and it cost you to please her. It cost you a lot. And same ladies, like, you know you don't like this dude, but he willing to pay and do stuff, and you still going for it. You bogus too. You are bogus. It's wrong. I'm not even gonna let you take me nowhere if I don't think I have interest. I'm not gonna ask you for help. I'm not gonna let you help me. I'm not letting you take me out at all, because it's easy, because it's free, because do offer. No. But I say be prayerful. I say check it by discerning the degree of peace. And I'm not talking about her talking softly as being peace. No, it's this level of peace that settles in your spirit when it's right. And if you are a person in chaos and you're unhealed and you're not in a position to see or hear the peace because it's such a quiet, still voice that you kind of have to be a peaceful person to get it. And if you ain't getting that solidified, this is it. I get it. I see God in it. I hear God's peaceful voice. The dove is there. Don't make no decisions. Don't choose nobody, because you can't hear peace or see peace or experience it without spending a lot of quiet time, without having it, without being it. And that is my take. It's just my personal opinion. This is just how I think. And excuse my dog because he's noisy. But that's it. That is all. Long story short, yes, it should be easy. Dating should be easy. It shouldn't be complicated. It's only complicated when it's not right. And if it ain't right and it's complicated and it ain't peaceful, it ain't for you. It ain't from God. It ain't right. And it's going to be a problem always, in my opinion, because it just don't align. And I think people should date for alignment. I think they should date for a purpose. I think people should be dating for ministry.